What's going on, guys? It's Rookie here. Today we're doing a review for Stikbold. It is a dodgeball game. It is a indie game. It is a fun game for a bunch of people that want to play, anything that's casual. So on this game, they have a bunch of, game modes, and of course it tells you right at the beginning you can do quick matches or story modes. I've actually beat the story mode. The story mode is like maybe an hour or so, depending on how aggressive you play against the NPCs. And there's 18 characters to unlock after you do that, just on multiplayer. There's different maps. I don't remember exactly how many maps there are. But on another note, let's keep this organized. We're going to go in order from music to characters, to gameplay mechanics, levels, power-ups, playability, and if it's fun or not. So as you can see right now, the music that's playing in the background, it's pretty much the base song on this, I guess it's soundtrack. It doesn't necessarily have a soundtrack, but essentially it's just a goofy soundtrack anyways. This is stuff that you would probably listen to in the elevator of a hipster made office, who knows. But that's pretty much it. There's not much to say about the music other than, I guess it's okay. But other than that, I don't see myself buying it. But I guess it's good for the game because the game's kind of wacky anyways. The characters, there are 18 characters as I said before, but they don't change any of the mechanics in the game. They don't give you any statistic differences. They're just different palettes for the same 3D character. They act a little different, but at the same time, they really don't. They just got different facial expressions. But that's pretty much it for the characters, actually. And it's sad to say that this probably not gonna be my longest review. I can tell you off top, this is not. It's an indie game. It's not meant to be, a AAA game. This is a game that a small, I think they're from Scandinavia, actually. If I'm not mistaken, that's why you see like Bjorn, the different Viking names and stuff on there. That's pretty much it. That's where they get most of their inspiration from. They got the skeleton characters, they have like the devil characters, any other Viking characters, they're on here. But enough about that. Let's get into the gameplay mechanics. In the game, of course, you get the ball, you throw it at people, and after you do that, you may think that, oh, that's all you can do. That's not necessarily the case, so we'll get to that in a second. Well, as I said before, there's not really much to say about the gameplay, mechanics. You pick up the ball, you throw it at each other, and I thought that was all that there was. Actually, it's not. You can push each other to make each other drop the ball. You can push each other to get the stars above their head, which helps them get knocked out in their next hit. Of course, you can charge up, throw the balls too, but the diving mechanic actually helps you with catching the ball right before you get hit. Like if you dodge towards the ball or away from it, you get a chance to capture the ball. And I thought that was pretty cool because that's just like a dodge, but that actually gives you a chance. As soon as you grab the ball, you can throw it again right after that. And you'll see later on in this video where I do that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. There's different distractions. As you can see, this guy right now is going around with hot dogs. You can pick those hot dogs up and throw them at people, and it'll stun them. And then you'll see the stars above them. And then the next time they get hit, they're out of here. But there's also people on the side. When you die, you get to play as a different power-up every time. I think there's like a charge-up on it too. And each map has different power-ups. Like, I know one of my favorite maps that you can push people off of. They can either be a lightning strike. They can be, you can drop a whale on them. You can blow them off with the wind. And then one more, I think it was, you use water and push people off the map too. On this one, you can shoot the dodgeball, robot at people. You can use the wax machine. You can use the cheerful fan. When they grab onto you, they'll make you slow down, or you can't dodge off of them. You can't get them off. And that's pretty much it for this place. There may be one more, I'm not sure, but I do know that they vary from each map, and I think there's like a total of 10 or 15 maps. And you play through them, you get to the last ones, like where the lava is and stuff. Those are pretty cool too. But each map has its own hazards. which is probably for the best because, you know, you don't want to keep knocking people out the same old different type of way. Well, the same old way. There's nothing different about them if you really think about it. But other than that, that's pretty much it on that part. And it's funny because this review is almost over and it's only been 5 minutes. Well, the replayability, you know, it depends on what you're in the mood for. I found out about this game from a different YouTube channel. They were playing it and it was 4 of them. And I was like, oh, okay, this game would be cool. But when I got it, it was only me and my brother playing it. After a while, I would, you know, go watch some kids or something. I'd bring my game with me and then I'll let them play that and they would love it. But I have a whole bunch of other 4-player games that are like that too, but they like this one and they like another one I'll do a review on later. But as long as you're around people that, you know, want to have fun and they're not trying to try too hard, it's fun. Like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff that goes on. The like excitement when you almost get hit and then you dodge out the way and you're good. The excitement, so when you smack somebody and you get the ball again because it bounced off of them and then knock them out, that feels good too. Like, that's like the one thing that I really like about it. Especially like even on this map, if you push somebody in that little vent, that a hippie van comes around and smacks them, it's over with. They dead. They don't get another chance. Like even with this this goose, or I guess it's a swan. If you hit people with that thing, they get stunned. Sometimes if they're already stunned and they get hit with it again, I think that's a knockout. I'm not 100% sure, but all I know is when I was playing this right now, I was going off with Paul. But the replayability is high. I think it's very fun. I think it's a very fun game. It's just that, you know, after a while, you get tired of throwing a ball at people, or, you know, you didn't get to play all the maps that go around. So now, what are you gonna do? There's nothing else to do. You know, and it can get boring. The game's fun, but it can get boring. If you're playing this for an hour straight, you're gonna get bored. I don't care who you are. I don't care how amazing you think. Like, you cannot base a YouTube channel around this game. Put it that way. Like, there's a lot of fun that goes around, but you'll get bored of it. You'll get bored of it. Like, let's say Call of Duty. You play Call of Duty all day, and you don't play it the next day because you're like, man, I'm already burnt out. Especially with the recent release. And honestly, that's not good. To me personally, I could play this game for maybe an hour or two, and then I'm good for the rest of the day. Like, I don't have to play this no more. So honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and end the review right there. I'm definitely gonna give this game a modest review score. And I wanna start going by scores now. So I'm gonna give this one a good 6 out of 10. We'll give it a 6 out of 10. Because what else can I say about it? I've said everything. I got, like, you can put the points up, you get different kit. Like, that's about it. I mean, I'll give it a modest grade. I wasn't gonna give it a 7 or 8. Those are pretty good, but this game is not worth that. The money that I paid for it, I think I paid, I wanna say it was about, I think it was like $15. And honestly, about $5 game. $5 game. If you ever think about getting it, wait till it goes on sale or something. Like, I wouldn't any double digits on this. That's a no for me, dog. But alright guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Today's Monday. I told you guys I'm double uploading, so I went ahead and copped out. Got an easy review out real quick, and then I'll get you some gameplay. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You'll see it soon. Rookie out.